And Scott, who were you at that point? Because Dre was already Dre, but you weren't known at that point. I know you were with the Roots, but at this point, Dre was here. Where were you?
It's you should have your headphones on, man. I was the producer's producer. No, I mean, like, honestly, I started in the Roots and did a lot of stuff for them. Very underappreciated, and I was the guy who, like, again, came up with a lot of the nucleus of what that shit was. And I left the group and was told that I was like the Pete Best of the Roots. You know, Pete Best is the guy that quit the Beatles.
Left the Beatles, yeah.
Yeah. And like, I mean, even my girlfriend like broke up with me because of that and said, "Oh, you fucked up," and this and that. I was like, "No, I didn't. Like, I see bigger. I'm not going to go on the road with a bunch of guys that don't appreciate me and be like, that's the white guy who plays keys in the Roots." Like, so no, I'm the fucking guy coming up with all the shit.
They didn't appreciate you.
Not at all. As
it was a
fact, they
out.
called me the White Devil. And I'm like the most harmonious, loving, non-racist person ever. And like, it just hurt me. I was like,
how'd you meet him? How'd you link up with them? Because I work out to one of the songs from Roots, the one that you did.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't made for the Roots. That song, after I left the Roots, they realized, I guess, that they needed me still. And I was, you know, I got my own little studio in this place called Sigma Sound where all the like disco stuff was recorded.
This is where? What city?
In Philly.
Okay.
And they record there downstairs. So of course they come upstairs and they're like, you got anything? And they saw I was working with this girl. I'm working with a girl who at the time worked at Urban Outfitters. And now she's one of the most legendary neo-soul legends, Jill Scott.
Of course.
So Jill Scott was not an artist. I was like, yo, you should be an artist. You're awesome. She was like working at Urban Outfitters and doing an off-Broadway rendition of Rent. And Questlove came in and heard what we were making. And he said, oh, I got to have this. And that was You Got Me, the song you like to work out to. And they told me, like, when I gave it to them, I was like, make sure Jill stays on it. And at the last minute, they switched it to Erykah Badu.
Huh.
But Jill wrote it.
Erykah Badu.
When I went to tell, like, the people in the Roots that, like, I was still, like, talking to sort of that I was going to work with Dre, they were like, you working with Dre 10 years too late, bro. Good luck. I'm like, yeah. And we went on the run of runs.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, they're just all haters.
What happened to those guys?
They're on the Jimmy Fallon show as a house band.
The Roots, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to just dog them out, like whatever. That was a part of my journey.
Same group, yeah. Can you pull them up, Rob? They're on Jimmy Fallon every single night.
Yeah.
But do they make new stuff, or it's just they're playing whatever that they're playing?
I don't know. You would know that one.
I don't know. Like, I mean, they play a lot of like cool music.
What year